In this video, I'm going to talk you through how to stitch the Cosmos from our Botanicals range. So first up, what comes in your kit? You have a little card with a bit of the meaning about Cosmos. Then you've got our Botanical Stitch Guide. And this Botanical Stitch Guide has in it a load of different stitches. I think there's 13 stitches in here altogether. Now you're not going to use all of these for the Cosmos, but this includes all the stitches we use across our different Botanicals kits. Then you've got your stitch plan that's specific to Cosmos, and in here we detail which colour you're going to be using where. And now each of these colours here is coordinated to the number of colour on your bobbin. So you've got a bobbin of thread number 1, that's that colour. Likewise we see number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and then we've got number 6. So you have all the bobbins matching up to your stitch plan. The stitch plan will say on it what stitch you're going to do in which area. So for example, we do stem stitch on the areas marked in green, and you can tell which areas are relevant for this because of the number at the bottom. Likewise, fly stitch, we're doing in number 1. Satin stitch for all our flowers, which we're doing in these colours. And then we've got some finishing touches, which is the words in back stitch. And then we've also got the centres of the flowers in French knots. And now on the back, you've got a couple of close-up pictures showing the flowers. And these are just a really useful reference point so you can understand and see close up how something is stitched. So that even whilst it's written here in satin stitch, if you're a bit unsure and you just want to see it really detailed, you can refer to here. As well as that, there's always photos on the website of the whole piece, so you can always go and use the photos on the website too. And here is your finished piece. So this is what your finished embroidery design is going to look like once it's been finished, mounted, and it's ready for framing. So let me show you a little bit of every area of the design. Right, I've got my fabric here that's printed up with my design, and I've got an embroidery hoop in the set. So I'm going to start just by showing you a bit up here. We're going to do this little section here so I can show you just a bit of stem stitch, fly stitch, and a bit of a flower. So I'm going to mount my hoop over the top of my fabric. And with all our Botanicals kits, you're going to be using 3 strands of thread for your design. So I'm going to be stitching this flower here. And if I refer to my stitch plan, I can see that that is stitched using number 4 and number 5. So I'm going to cut myself an arm's length of thread of number 4. And then I'm going to split down that thread to 3 strands. And we have a separate video showing you how to split your thread and tie knots. So if you want to see this bit of the process in detail, I really recommend you go and look at that video, and it's called Splitting Thread and Tying Knots. In my fabric, I've got 2 different needles. I've got a large eye and a small eye. Now personally, the large eye I find much easier to work with because it's just much easier to thread your needle. The reason we include a smaller one is sometimes certain stitches benefit from a small needle. And really the only stitch in this design that benefits from a small needle is your French knot. But for everything else, I'm taking my large eye needle. I'm going to thread my thread through there, and I'm going to tie a knot. So I'm just going to put my hoop here in an embroidery stand, and I'm only doing this for the purposes of a video to hold my hoop steady. I wouldn't usually do that at home. It's just so it makes it steady for the video. So per my stitch plan, I can see that I need to do this area in my satin stitch, and I'm going to stitch it here. If I want to see specific instructions on how to do the satin stitch, I can refer here. I can see my satin stitch guide. There's also a video showing you how to do it. So I'm just going to start by filling in the outer pink first. Now do watch the other videos to get yourself comfortable with how to do a satin stitch. I'm just showing you how I'm going to loosely fill in the shape. The really important thing to bear in mind with all our kits where we're working on linens like this is that we hand screen print the colour onto the design. So we screen print these outlines, which means the marks are permanent. Those white lines are not going to come off. And therefore, when you stitch, you need to make sure you stitch over the top of the white lines. So you can see I've just been satin stitch filling in that area. I would go around and fill in this area on all the flower first. But just for this how-to video, I'm just going to finish this one off and then I'm going to show you how to add in the second colour. You're going to get the same amount of thread for my number 5 and do the same process, split the thread, tie a knot. So now I'm all mounted up, I'm just going to then start filling in this next section here with my next row of satin stitch. And that's as simple as the flowers are. All you're going to do is keep going round, stitching your different outers of your flowers in satin stitch. Now, whilst I'm threading up with this colour, let me just show you a little bit of putting the centres into the flowers. And so you can see here, what I'm doing is I've marked up that I want the centre to be filled with French knots, but I'm going to use a mix of 2 colours. So I've got a little bit of colour 5 and a little bit of colour 6. So I'm just going to add in some French knots. Please do forgive any background noise. There is a very crazy hailstorm going on outside my window right now. So I'm just trying to film through the hail. Here we go. So I'm going to put in a few French knots first, just in the darker colour. And I'm going to be back to backing all my French knots. So you don't need to worry too much about how neat each one is individually. Do remember, again, there is a separate video showing you how to do French knots. So for anything where you really need a specific stitch, always go look at the specific instruction booklet or instruction video for that stitch. So I've put a few in just whilst I've got my colour here, and then I'll show you how to fill in the rest of the centre of the flower. So I'm threaded now up my yellow. Now, one thing just to mention here is I've threaded up with a smaller needle because it's slightly easier to make French knots with a small needle. So that's just worth bearing in mind. And now I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a load of little French knots in and around these darker pink ones I've got. So that's what your centre will look like once you've got a couple of colours of French knots in. Let me show you close up. I'm just going to seal the thread off at the back here. So that's how you're going to stitch all your flowers. You use satin stitch on the outer and then the French knot on the inner. And you can see that in these finished flowers all here, all satin stitch, French knots. So now let me show you a bit of this stem, and we're specifically going to look at this section here. I'm going to thread my needle up now with some of the green thread. I cut myself an arm's length, and I can go back onto my large needle again for this because I don't need to use the small, I only need the small one for the French knots. So we're going to start with a little bit of stem stitch here, and then I'm just going to show you some of this leaf so you get a feel for how it's done. So I bring my needle up and then I'm going to start my stem stitch. Now there is a separate video, as I always say, showing you how to do the stem stitch itself. So do refer to that video when you're trying to learn how to do a stem stitch. In this video, I'm purely showing you how to use it in the context of this design, not how to do the stitch, because we cover that separately. So all I'm doing is I'm going down along the stem and I'm stitching. I'm creating my one line, so I don't want to be left at the end with any white markings that I can't remove. Now you just see how simple that is to do that stem stitch. Now let me just show you, if you do have a couple of bits like this, the best thing really you can do is just go in and just add a little stitch over the top. Likewise here. Just feel like I just want to cover it over. No one's going to notice that you've done it at the end of the day. So it just helps you just cover over those little bits of white markings there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do our fly stitch. Now this is what is known as an interconnected fly stitch. It's a really simple stitch, but if you find you would rather have a simpler approach, you can also just stitch little short stitches following the lines. But let me show you how to do this. My needle comes in at the top of one Y shape, always at the top of a leaf. I'm going to go across to the other side, and then I bring my needle up in the middle, and that secures it in place. I then go across to the top of the next stitch, bring it up in the middle, and we've marked all these parts on the plan, and then I'm going to secure it in place. I'm going to do the same again over here, bring it across to this side now. Then I'm going to secure this one in place. And then I'm going to go over to here. And the key thing with your fly stitch is that you can't go back up. So this is why I want to show you it specifically on this design. So you see I'm getting all my flies in here. But if I want to go on this section up here, I do have to instead start a new row of fly stitch up here. So I'm going to do the same method, but instead I'm up here doing it this way. And then I'm carrying on along my fly stitch. And there is another video, as ever, there's a specific video showing you how to do this. Do not worry about having to gain it only from this video. Now, if you do feel like you're seeing a little bit too much of the white coming through, then have a go at just switching up and instead stitching with 4 strands, and you'll find that that covers over more. But once you have finished and you've stitched it all, you'll tend to find that actually from a distance you've covered over all the white. Remember, you always look much closer when you're stitching than you ever do once the piece is up on the wall. And that really is as simple as it is. You're just going to carry on filling in all these shapes using your fly stitch. Now, as I said, if you feel like this is too hard and you want a simpler approach, you can just go, as I'm doing now, and just stitch over each of the lines, and you can just do a load of individual stitches. No one will notice the difference in the finished piece. It's just a little bit longer to do it this way, and it just doesn't use as much of a technique, but it ends up resulting in exactly the same thing. So if you do end up wanting to do it like this, you can do it exactly like I'm just demonstrating now, where I'm just short stitching with loads of short stitches instead. You do whatever you find most enjoyable for you. So that's it, that's the stitches you're going to need for this design. So you see you've got your fly stitch here, you've got your stem stitch, you've got your satin stitch, and you've got your French knots. And that is how you're going to stitch up the Cosmos. Really hope you enjoy this kit, and don't forget to take a look at the other videos you need to go alongside it.